In today's episode of the Credit Concept podcast, we are going to be talking about starting a credit repair business and what you need to do and is it right for you? Welcome everyone to the Credit Concept podcast. I am your host, Credit Coach Nicole Scott. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you guys haven't by now, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel, share it with your friends, share it on your social media pages because your support means the world to me. And I just want to give you guys a shout out because really, this has been heavy on my heart lately. Yesterday was Sunday, October 29th, and a famous actor, Matthew Perry, passed away. He had struggled with addiction, and it was a very sad situation because I've had a lot of friends and family members that have struggled with addiction. And, I just really want to give a shout out to everyone out there that has struggled with addiction, that has gone through some tough times and is now rebuilding their life. We're never going to be perfect, but we are taking small strides daily to get to where we want to be. And I just want to, thank you guys so much for being so awesome. And if you guys could just give me a thumbs up, to like the video, because that gives YouTube's algorithm, kind of a kick in the rear end, if you know what I mean. But in today's episode of the Credit Concept podcast, we are going to be talking about starting a credit repair business and what you need to do and is it right for you? Because let me just be honest with you, my intention in fixing my credit was to never start a credit repair business. Okay. My intention was to get my credit fixed. And if you guys have listened to any of my other episodes of the Credit Concept podcast, you probably have an idea of my story. If not, I'll kind of give it, the elevator pitch, if you will. So my background story is 2017. Was it 2017? Yeah, 2017, I lost my corporate job. I had been there for over 10 years, and I was the VP of operations. I was right underneath the CEO and the CFO. And it was an amazing company to work for. I had a lot of friends, and unfortunately, the company went out of business. They went out of business because they had tax issues, and it was just, the industry was going down the drain, to be honest. Okay. I was in the alarm industry. We did home security systems, and that was right around the time that, the Ring doorbell was getting really popular, and, all the security systems that you can buy like from Costco and like all these different places and not have to pay for monitoring. But to make a long story short, I lost my job in 2017. It was my only source of income. When I lost that job, I was flat on my booty because the rug from underneath me was just ripped from underneath me. Okay. And mind you, I always had, I was making really good money. I owned my own home. I drove a Mercedes-Benz. Like, I've always driven nice cars. I've always been able to do what I want because I had, decent credit. Now, I wasn't educated about credit. My credit was never over a 700, but since I paid my bills on time, I was always able to finance whatever I wanted. So it was a great, way of life. However, once I lost my job, my income stopped. Unemployment doesn't pay nothing. So I lost everything. I had to sell my home. I was behind on my mortgage. It was horrible. So I sold my home and I said, my credit is so bad. I could not even get an apartment. I could not even qualify for an apartment. I had the cash to pay for over a year's lease. But do you think anyone would lease to me? Hell no. So that was a dilemma, right? And I finally said, I got to get my credit fixed. So I did what most people do, and I went on to Google And I said, let me just look up how to fix my credit. Like, what companies are out there? And of course, the Lexington Laws came up, the Blue Sky Financial, and all these, credit companies. I've used Lexington Law. I've used Blue Sky Financial. I've used a lot of these like credit companies. And the one thing that they don't tell you is the process, what it looks like, what you need to do. Be honest. How long is it going to take? All of these things that, it's very important to understand, because when you're talking to them, it's about sales, right? They don't care nothing more about you, right? You're just a monthly auto pay, and they're going to send off 5 letters per bureau per month. So you'll have 15 total disputes sent off monthly for you, 5 for each credit bureau, which is 15 total, which is going to take a while. So at any rate, I started thinking, I don't even know what they're doing. They say that they're fixing my credit, but what in the world are they really doing? What do I need to do, right? So that's when I started learning about credit. And I said, I can't be in control of my finances if I don't know jack squat about credit. So I got obsessed. I started listening to YouTube. I always had my headphones in. I literally bought a pair of like Beats by Dre headphones, like little ones that went in your ear, and wore them at work all the time. When I was driving, I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to YouTube. I was really maximizing my time, because I spent a lot of my time was spent commuting back and forth to work. So during my commute, that was 3 hours a day. How can I make this time more beneficial for me to learn and to grow? So that's exactly what I did. Every time I got in the car, I did not listen to music. It was strictly educational purposes only, which is a great way if you are a person that drives a lot. If you are an over-the-road truck driver, if you're a delivery driver, if you are a driver by profession, maximize your time. I'm not saying you can't listen to music at all, but that's one of the things that's really helped me is I allowed myself to listen to music on Fridays. Friday on my way home, I would listen to music. But other than that, Monday through Thursday, I was committed to listening to podcasts and things that were going to help me get to the next level with my goals, because there's no way that I was going to be able to maintain a lifestyle that would be good for me and my family with having bad credit. It just wasn't going to happen. So, that's exactly what I did. Was I learned about credit. I spent a year learning about credit before I even took on my first client, and I was so scared. Oh my God. What if I mess up? What if I do something wrong? Well, let me tell you something. No one is perfect. And unfortunately, since the credit system is such a damn mystery to all of us, you are going to make mistakes. You are going to F up, but it's part of the process. And as long as you can take accountability for it and say, hey, this was a mistake. I learned from this. I'm not going to do it again. That's great. Okay. But learn from your mistakes. But you also want to take the time to educate yourself on how to properly do things. Get a coach, get a mentor. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on mentors, on coaches, probably over $10,000 over the last, almost 2024. So I started investing into mentorships and coaches in 2020 and have done so every year since. And have learned a lot, and some programs were better than others, and some courses were better than others, and some courses and people were just a complete disappointment. But, that's the name of the game. If you even learn one small thing from this, journey that you're on, that's considered a win, okay? You got to take it with stride and say, how can I maximize off this information? Because let me tell you guys something. In this day and age that we're in, we're hitting 2024. Information is the new gold. And, I know a lot of people frown upon credit, but there's a way to use credit to get you to the next level. Okay. And that's exactly what I did. I cleaned up my personal credit. I learned about personal credit. I did my business credit. I learned about business credit. And once you understand the concept of both of those things, you can then help other people. Okay. But you gotta be committed to this process. Okay. It's not an overnight process. It took me a good year to get my credit to a 700 credit score. And things are just getting a lot harder nowadays because there's a lot of technology out there that is helping the credit bureaus and the banks validate debt. It's getting harder and harder to run from your debt. So as a credit repair specialist, you have to be educated and help educate your people and your clients what are the best practices. Okay, everything is not identity theft. Okay, let's just be honest. So if someone messed up a few years ago with Capital One or whomever, sometimes it's just better to pony up and settle the debt, so that way they update it to a zero balance and it's settled. But you have to really learn the process. And I listened and learned from a lot of different people, and I've learned both aspects. The right way to do it, which is Metro 2, which in all honesty is really just factual credit disputing. Disputing things based on the facts and based on data being inaccurately reported on one's credit report. And that's the easiest way that you guys can get things deleted off your credit, because if something is reporting inaccurately, you could say, hey, this data is not accurate. I demand that you delete this inaccurate and falsified data on my credit report. And a lot of times that's how people get things removed off their credit. Of course, there's other ways to do it. We won't get into every single way, but I do have a credit repair course that is great for people that are looking to repair their credit and start a credit repair business, because it really goes into a lot of the steps. And I also, do coaching for this. Most of my clients are actually those that are looking to fix their credit and become their own client and learn this credit repair business, because I'll tell you what, it's a great side hustle or full-time hustle. If you don't work, or you're at home with your kids, or you're looking for an additional income, credit repair is a great way for you to be able to help people literally change their life, and for you to be able to get into something that's very rewarding. Now, you can't get into credit repair because of the money. The money can be good, but when you're first starting out, you're probably going to spend a whole lot more money than you're making. And that's why I say you got to be committed to the process, because over the years, that's when you're going to make up and you're going to start producing income, and you're really going to see the fruits of your labor. But you got to put in that work. Okay. A real boss ain't afraid to get their hands dirty. Okay. Don't try to come into this business and immediately try to get a whole bunch of virtual assistants that are going to do everything for you, because you don't know what the hell you're doing and you don't want to learn. You don't want to take the time to do anything. No, you need to learn the process. You need to put together a standard operating procedure on how you want things done. Okay, it can be very simple. But you need to know how things are being done in your business. Okay, you can't rely on other people to run your business for you. If you are going to start this business, you have to be willing to put the work in. Okay, and that's okay. Putting the work in is something that I still do to this day. Few things that you need to do to get prepared for this business. One, you need to, learn, take your time, educate yourself. You got to learn before you earn. Okay. Like I said, I put in a good year before I took on my first client. And, was never the goal for me to start a credit repair business or credit coaching business. It kind of fell naturally. So, you have to be committed to this and don't be afraid. Okay. A lot of people, they're always too afraid to post something. They're too afraid that they're going to mess up. You got to get over that. Okay. If you mess up, guess what? You can fix it. You can book a coaching call with me. You can Google it, whatever you need. But there is always going to be an answer if you search hard enough. Okay. I have come into a lot of different situations, and it's part of the learning process, but you can't be scared, because scared money don't make money. You have to be willing to get outside of your comfort zone. I mean, there's a lot of things that I did not like doing when I started this business. Let's just be honest. Do I like recording content and being on video? No, I don't. Okay. But guess what? You guys love it. You guys, I don't do it for me. I do it for you guys. I do it for YouTube. I do it for social media, because it allows people to get to know me, get to like me, and to get to trust me. And those are 3 things that you're going to need to gain from your tribe in order for you to be successful. Because once you have those 3 things, they're going to be forever grateful for you. Okay. And you've helped them. Guess what? They're sending you referrals. You can build relationships with affiliates, real estate agents, loan agents, car dealerships. I have built my business solely on social media. I have used Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to grow my business. I have ran ads on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I have not ran ads on YouTube. That's all organic. But I would not recommend running ads. I would actually recommend creating content, and creating content that is going to help your ideal client. Figure out who it is that you're helping. Are you helping people that, look a certain way, that are a certain age, that have a certain career, that drive a certain car, that dress a certain way? Think about all these things, right? Because say, for example, if you are like the person that helps everyone in the hospitals and the medical facilities with their credit, then what your avatar client looks like. Usually they wear scrubs, they work in the medical industry, and you can easily build relationships and get the word out that you do that by flyers and just networking with folks. So you really got to get your hands dirty. A lot of people ask me, about ads, and ads can get very expensive. And a lot of times you're going to spend more than you're making right now. But over time, your ad revenue could generate, a very good turnaround for you. But you do need to build up your content online, your presence online. Okay. Let people know you, let people get to know you, let people understand what it is that you do, how you can help them. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these people don't give a shit about nothing but how you can help them. Okay. And excuse my language, but that's just me keeping it completely real with you guys. And that's always what I'm going to do, is just keep it real with you guys. But getting started in this business is not for the weak. It's not for those that are scared to take risks. Okay. It's for those people that really have some hustle to them. Okay. You got to have a little bit of hustle. Okay. Even if you got a little bit of hustle, you can do this. But if you're scared to talk to people, and you're scared, and believe me, I was scared too when I first started. Like, I remember the first time, this is funny. The first time I was in Walmart, and one of the coaches that I was working with said, I want you to go out today, and I want you to talk to 5 people in person. 5 people. I was like, oh my God, like, that's tough for me, because I don't normally talk to people like that. But, it was for me to get outside of my comfort zone. And I thank them for that, to this day, because it allowed me to be more confident in when I'm speaking about credit, because at first my confidence level was trash. Like, I had no confidence in myself. I'm like, man, I don't know everything. Well, then I realized you don't have to know everything. As long as you know more than the person that you're helping, then it's worth it, because they need you and you need to help them. Like, right now, it's your duty to help people, survive, because in this day and age, in order for us to live a good lifestyle in a nice neighborhood, drive a nice car with an affordable monthly payment, we really have to have a decent credit score. And nowadays, everyone's looking for a 700 plus. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that number went up to 720. I'm telling you guys, a lot of these banks that used to approve people at super low credit scores, they're not doing it anymore. And a lot of the places that, I help a lot of people get into new homes, as far as like either purchasing or renting. And a lot of the rental folks that I've helped in the past, they're saying they want a 700 credit score. They want a 680 minimum. I'm in California, so the number that I see out here is 700 plus. And, it's just tough. It's tough all the way around. So I do help people get into homes, rental places, because sometimes we just have to, make it happen. Okay. That's exactly what I had to do for some of the rentals that I first got into when my credit wasn't great. And I didn't make a lot of money. So, we got to do what we got to do. But at any rate, getting back to the subject at hand, the credit repair business is very rewarding, but it is a lot of work, because you have to do the work to learn. And I don't recommend taking on, more than 2 free clients to really get your feet wet and to learn on these folks. But the free clients are the worst ones. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. They are absolutely the worst fucking people to work with, because, they're just doing it because it's free. Honestly, when you start charging people, you're going to have a much better clientele, because people that pay for something are going to automatically take it more serious because they're paying for it. And people that receive it for free, they have like a sense of entitlement almost, but they just don't take it serious. You'll ask them to, build credit, pay their bills on time, keep their credit cards low. You'll tell them, hey, I need you to do this, that, and the other. They don't do nothing. They don't want to do nothing because they're not serious about it. So that's the experience that I've had with the free clients, unless it's like, your mom or your dad or your significant other. A lot of times you can have a lot more influence on people that are closer to you to take it more serious, because obviously if you're taking it serious and you're constantly talking about credit to them, they're going to take it more serious. That's exactly what happened in my family. Like, I started getting serious about credit. Next thing I know, my boyfriend's serious about credit, and my mom's serious about credit, and everyone's credit score is good. And those were my 2 free clients. And I learned a lot by helping them fix their credit. But, you really have to make sure the people that you are helping for free are going to take it serious, because at the end of the day, either you're going to have to pay for their credit monitoring, or they're going to have to pay for their credit monitoring. That's one thing that you can do, is you can sign up with Smart Credit, and I'll leave a link below. Sign up with Smart Credit to become an affiliate with them, and you can actually be billed for some of your clients. So if you're going to sponsor a couple people because maybe they're like a promo client, and you don't want to charge them anything, you can pay for their credit monitoring by sponsoring them with Smart Credit. You'll be billed for it, or it'll come out of your commission check. And that's another great way to make an additional stream of income within the credit repair industry, because credit repair is just one source of income. Other sources of income would consist of affiliate marketing, which you can affiliate with a number of different companies for pretty much anything. Most companies out there have some sort of affiliate program. So depending on who your ideal client is, you can, affiliate with credit card companies, loan companies. You can affiliate with credit monitoring. You can affiliate with anyone and get a cut of whatever it is. So affiliate marketing is great. I bring in probably, a few thousand a month off affiliate marketing, and that number is just growing. Every year it just keeps on getting better and better and better. And believe me, there were some tough years. Like my first couple years in business was like scary and oh my God, am I going to be able to do this? But that's why I say you got to be committed to this stuff. And a lot of times you are going to need to have a job to fund your business. So don't go and quit your job thinking, oh, I just started a business, so I'm going to quit my job because Credit Repair Cloud said that I'm going to be a millionaire. No, you got to fund your business with your paycheck, okay? Until your business can fund you. So the first couple years, you might be funding your business with your paycheck. You're probably not going to make a huge, income off of credit repair the first year or two. Okay, I'll just be honest with you. It's a growing phase, and you don't want to take on more clients than you can handle. But you also, if you don't have enough clients, you're going to need to spend money on marketing. And sometimes that marketing budget would need to be ad spend, because you have to drive traffic, but you have to drive traffic to content. So you have to create content, and you need to have some interesting and good content on your social media pages when you're driving people there. So, there's a number of ways that you can, start a credit repair business. I won't say there's just a one way fits all. It really depends on how you are, what's your setup. For me, I make everyone book a call with me. You can offer free credit consultations so you can learn more, see more credit reports. I charge $35 for a 15-minute one-on-one consult. If you want to book one, you can book one below. But I try to make it very affordable for people because, my time is limited these days. And I have a lot of people that are booking free calls with me and then never signing up. So that's another thing that's inside of my course is a lot of sales information as far as like scripts. If you decide to buy like an appointment, or not buy, but hire an appointment setter, I have an appointment setter script, there's sales scripts. So there's a lot of good information inside of my credit course, and I just keep on adding to it. I'm not one of those people that's going to create a new course for every little, section that I'm going to be adding. I'm just going to continue to add value to my current course, and you'll have lifetime access to the course. So it's a no-brainer, to be honest with you, because honestly, the amount of value that's inside of this course with the dispute letters and everything is just crazy. So you can visit the link below. It's on sale now. It's so cheap. Like, I'm literally giving it away to you guys because I want to help you. That's my goal, is I want you guys to have all the tools. All that you have to do is read, listen, and learn, okay? And a little bit each day. Don't try to overwhelm yourself and say, oh my God, I got to be the next Credit Repair Cloud millionaire in the next 12 months or 6 months. No, it's not going to happen. Give yourself, a 6-month plan, a 12-month plan, a 2-year plan, 5-year plan. Okay, because you have to pace yourself, and you have to go at your own pace because you still have a life, right? I pretty much did not have a life. I really still don't have a life. All it is fucking work and my family, and that's really like the only thing that I have time for. Like, I had to cut out most of my friends. I really never see my friends anymore, to be honest, because I'm always so busy between my business and my daughter, my family. So, nowadays I don't have a lot of time to go hang out. If I'm going to hang out, like, it's a wedding or it's, a holiday or something like that, because my dedication is to my business. And until I am a millionaire, I have to be in the trenches. Okay. I am not gonna go light. I'm going to go hard, because that's what you have to do when you are a business owner. And a lot of times it's uncomfortable. Okay. Nobody likes recording themselves. Nobody wants to be on camera. Shit, before I started this business, I had never recorded a video in my life. Okay? But I learned, and it was a lot of trial and error. And now it's like, you know, you're not going to get good at anything if you don't do it. Okay? And I'm still not the best, and I still have room to grow, but that's a part of the process. We're all here to grow, but you're not gonna grow if you don't ever start. You're not gonna grow if you don't take action daily. So this is why I'm here to tell you guys, now is the time for you, okay? Now is the time for you to start working on your credit, start getting a plan together to start your credit repair business. You can easily generate $10K monthly by starting a credit repair business. Now, when you start a credit repair business, you can't charge large upfront fees for credit repair only, but you can charge whatever you want for coaching and for coaching sessions and packages and different things of that nature, and then offer free credit repair. So that's something to think of as well. So I just wanted to kind of drop that on you guys today. I really appreciate you guys so much. For those of you that have listened to this entire podcast, thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. You know, it's funny because when I first started this podcast, I was like, oh, no one listens to this shit. Like, I'm just going to be rambling and talking to myself because no one fucking listens. But guess what? People are starting to listen. And I'm glad that I can be the one that you're listening to, because not only have I been through it myself, but I've helped thousands of people get through this, navigate this whole credit world. And it's really not that hard. It's very easy once you understand the concept of credit. And that's why I put together this podcast, is for you guys to understand. So if you have a topic that you want me to touch on, drop it. Let me know, you know, what you want to hear about, because I have some things in the works. I'm going to be having some guest speakers on the podcast coming up soon. We're going to be talking about funding. We're going to be talking about banking. I'm trying to get one of my best friends from City National Bank to come on here and to speak about the SBA loans. But last time I spoke to her, she was not able to come on because their bank was no longer accepting SBA applications because of the government shutdown. So I've got to follow up with her and see, you know, what's going on with that. But, you know, I've got a lot of people that have got some great value that are going to be coming on the show, and they're going to be dropping some major game-changing information. How do I say it? Yep, game changer. It's a game changer, right? So, you know, thank you so much. Again, if you could be so kind as to give me a thumbs up, make sure to like the video, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you found value in the video, and if you want me to talk about a certain subject, topic, break something down for you guys, because, hey, I'm here for it. That's what I'm here for. So thank you so much. Blessings, and make sure to watch the entire playlist of the Credit Concept podcast coming up next.